looks like we should be streaming.
I think so.
Probably have to refresh the page.
Okay, yeah, it's going. Chat didn't pop up, so I guess I'll have to do this. Come on, what are you doing? This is new.
Pause the playback. Or stop it or something.
Yeah, because we just went with viewers. I'm gonna mute this, just in case. I don't think we have desktop audio. I think it's muted.
I have desktop audio.
Oh, you do. That's a good reason to turn it off.
Just mute the Discord tab and it's fine.
Okay, I think we should be good then.
Yep, scroll up to the event chat,
There we go.
and then you can handle other chats in there.
All
You've got
right.
Paul pinging you already.
Ah. Oh, this is probably... Okay, go ahead and put that out, and then we should have people in here soon. Hey, we have James on here.
GM Tom, always the first one to show up to the lobby.
Okay, I changed the stream title so it's not just casual arms, it's actually descriptive. It's being weird. Technically a few more minutes till we kick off. Like
Yep.
2, but
We've got a couple minutes
Hey.
to spare so people can get in here.
we have friends.
There's Coco. You might want to keep that window open so we can see our viewer count.
Yes.
And we have viewers.
Hooray!
Don't know
several of
who's
them.
in here with us, but welcome to the show, friends.
I should probably pause the stream over here.
You probably should. But there we go. I think we are just about ready to kick off. The ping should come out any second, and we will hit start as soon as it does.
the ability to bounce in arms lobbies.
There is nothing quite like it. Every other game that has lobbies, even when they do it right, I always miss having some ability to emote in the lobby.
Every time we finish a Splatoon match, I'm like, I want to bounce, and I can't bounce. Can't bounce in
No, you certainly can't in Splatoon. And there we go. That's our ping. So this is the beginning of Wildcard Wednesday.
And today's theme is Corner Chaos, so we have a bunch of stages with tight corners.
Every stage and game mode perfectly selected to give you some way to get backed into a corner. Ruining your day, letting your opponent have their way with you.
You know, whatever you're into.
Now let's see what I can do against GM Tom for my first game of the night. And at that range, not a whole heck of a lot. Yeah, oh, that's pretty quick. Okay. Okay. Not a good start for the kickoff, but plenty of time left to go.
There you go, a knockdown will help. Just for the moment. GM Tom's really good at backing off and getting that dragon arm back.
Oh, right, the landing lag on this. I do not play Lola enough to remember that landing lag yet.
A tense moment. So there were two solid blocks in there, making it really difficult to approach for either player.
Not sure how that one didn't land, but it definitely didn't.
Owen bomb?
No, that bomb was never going to land. Oh, and the
Hey,
close
made it.
comeback. Oh. All right. Like I said, plenty of time left in it. Never give up until you're down too many seconds to make a comeback. Well, I don't know if any of our viewers in here are in the chat because I'm not seeing any updates on the chat, so hopefully you are all just quietly enjoying. If you are trying to get in touch with us and having trouble talking through the chat, be sure to pop in on our Discord, which I will put a link to in the chat while Lit is playing her first round of the night.
Yay. Also on Ruby Ring. Ah, dang it, my teammate got grabbed. I didn't see it.
That link in the chat will bring you straight to our website.
There's a bomb. I could knock it.
All of our events, this one included, are public events that everyone is free to join.
Well, this is going terribly.
Well, welcome
When
to
there's just no time
streaming
to
while
respond.
playing.
Interesting. Okay, we have our viewer kind of over there. We are expecting a bit of a low turnout to start on account of there is a Nintendo Direct happening right now for Mario Maker 2.
Oh, there's actually nobody here.
Oh, well, we're just talking to ourselves then. That's fine.
Says 2 viewers, but the list shows nobody.
Probably because I'm logged in on 2 computers. But that's fine. We can talk to Airspace.
Oh, Kokovet is watching. She's just in a different chat. Double parasol, perhaps not the best decision. It serves me right for doing
Yeah, against luck with a pair of heavies.
Yeah, yeah. But that's my fault for doing my same old habits of chatting and activating settings while waiting for a match to start. So, Kokovet, I do see you in the Discord chat. The question is, are you just watching in the chat, or are we failing to see chat updates?
Well, that was interesting rush from my point of view. It just flung him across my screen. And we
If your rush isn't interesting, is it really a rush?
I mean, you could whiff. That's not very interesting.
All right, let's see what we have against Rise on Redacted. Apologies for being relatively quiet with the chat. We're more of an interactive sort of folk, so we're much more talkative when there's talking going back and forth. Not too high on the entertainment end of just doing it ourselves, though. Rise just wants to get a hold of me right now.
He just wants to grab. He wants to hug. Everybody's using chillas today. Everybody's just feeling cool. He wants to chillax.
Maybe they think we're a little stressed out and could use to chillax ourselves.
I mean, that's not wrong.
Oh, that would be why you don't just sit there and block.
Got greedy with that.
Okay, alright.
Hey, I'm guessing that's Coco. Managing to find her way into Mixer. It's you, the real cylinder.
Greetings, real cylinder. Not the fake cylinder at all. Oh, sorry to hear you have been having trouble with account making. It sounds like that was an issue last time too. I don't know why everyone seems to be having so much trouble making an account these days. Everything's been pretty smooth when we ran them.
Yeah, because I made the Casual Arms account like 2 weeks ago, and it was pretty smooth. Then again, I did make it into a throwaway Microsoft account, so I don't know if that matters. But
Tough to say.
I just genuinely don't know what to put in that third arm slot on Spring here. Like,
Every time you move to a new character and just don't know what to use, it's always a weird feeling.
oh, there was a bomb there. Surprise.
There sure was.
Nope. Saved my teammate from a rush, and I'm going to eat that turn last, as
Yep.
I always do. Never pick Coco Fett. Very noble. No. Can't hit anybody, apparently.
Well, gloves
Jeez.
were never really your forte, though.
Don't just stand there, Coco. Come on. Fight me. Walks at me. Can I switch arms while we're between matches?
You sure can.
I don't know. I'm on top. I'm gonna put this whammer on and see if it improves my situation at all.
And we also know there are people watching the direct right now that might join the event later, so it is not surprising to only be seeing 4 people in here at the moment.
Yeah, I can't believe Nintendo doesn't keep up with casual events. Thank you for host Skilled Apple. Much appreciated. I didn't even ping you today to tell you that we were going live.
Hey! Glad you could make it today, Skilled. And coming in while the Mario Maker Direct was still active. Oh, okay, that could have been a mistake.
Well, we appreciate the lurking viewer count nonetheless.
Hey, every viewer, lurker or not, is appreciated.
Lurkers
As long
matter.
as you're enjoying being here, we enjoy having it for you.
Man, I love the whammer. It just feels so good. Big old squeaky hammer, which is ridiculous, and just...
Every time you pull the whammer back out, you get happy. You're so much more comfortable when you have it.
I was trying to avoid using heavies on every character, because I feel like I rely on them too much. Thank you for the sparks and the GIF. That is
Holy
fascinating.
crap, that is a terrifying GIF. Well, I guess you have arm day and leg day at the same time with that one. Yikes.
This is you.
All 4 of them. All right, GM Tom.
Watch
what are
out,
we
he's
gonna
got
do
a
with
whammer.
GM Tom. We're going to do this with GM Tom. See how it works. GM Tom with a whammer, that's unusual.
He used to use it a lot when he first joined, and then he dropped it for a while. Seems like he's picking it up again.
Ah.
He was inspired by my dialogue about whammers being cool. No, I don't even know if he's on stream, but if he is, I'd like to think he was inspired.
That's how that goes down. And that's how that goes down.
Yeah, arms gets a little weird at close range.
I don't really have anything to deal with this right now, so it's going to be a pretty one-sided match here.
He managed to land the rush at least.
Yeah, but that's all the damage I've gotten
Yeah.
so far, and I'm not likely to get much more. I can't afford to be taking trades like that.
Yeah.
Not at this stage. And he's got rush, and I won't be able to penetrate this anymore. Yeah. I do not know my way around the movement options on Lola well enough to handle that yet.
Yeah, she's got really weird movement.
She
Hey,
really does.
thank you for the follow, Miss Real Cylinder. I bet you're really a cylinder.
Is she a real cylinder, or is she maybe a sphere in disguise?
I don't know, but she's around either way.
The truest cylinder. Well, there we go. It's confirmed. We got to take your word for it now.
I'm just gonna shamelessly use a loadout that I use on Cobra and not care.
Whatever. Use what you enjoy. One thing I will say, always assumed it to be the case, but never really knew until first-hand experience. Yeah, it is much harder to play a game while also streaming it. The number of times you see something happen in the game while streaming for the first few times and just go, oh my gosh, I know exactly what I should have done in that scenario. Normally I would have done that thing.
I did not do.
Instead, I just talked awkwardly while missing my cue.
And like the cadence of my speech was also really off because I was still trying to focus on the video game. When you cross the streams, life gets dangerous. Oh, I'm glad that did knock Kokofet out of the grab. That would have been devastating.
Fortunate turns of fate right there. No, that's
Oh,
gonna
come on, I
fail.
hit it and it
Yep.
didn't take.
No, it
Hey,
took. It was
Buster,
just a
thank
little
you
too
for the
late is all.
follow.
Hey!
I see Buster had no problem making an account.
Good
Or
to
maybe
see
he
you in
did,
here,
but
Buster.
he made it.
Or maybe it's not Buster, and it randomly assigned Buster256 as the name for one of our friends.
That would be really surprising because I'm pretty sure he's used those exact numbers on other platforms. Also, he's in the lobby. Yay!
Hey! Welcome to the party.
But the direct should be wrapping up soon, so everybody can bring their Mario Maker hype to our chat, maybe. It'd be exciting. I don't imagine we care about spoilers. This is you, by the way.
It sure is. I like to bring out the heavies when I'm up against a headlock. Personal preference. It's just nice to be able to punch through all those medium arms that he flings and not care that he outnumbers my attacks. Sometimes you just gotta sit there and block and hope your teammate gets the grab when he punishes you for it.
Sometimes you have to just tank for a little bit, and that's an important role.
Highly underrated decision in headlock matches is just holding down block and staying alive while he's staring at you. Because while all of his attention is on you, your teammates can rack up the damage. And if he turns his attention away towards one of them, that's your cue to go on the offense.
Yeah, but Headlock's kind of the only co-op versus AI style mode in this game.
It definitely is, but it's also a really great kind of a tutorial on your cues in free-for-alls.
That's true.
Because while there's only one opponent there and you're all working against him, you can really get a feel for when you need to back down, when you need to go aggressive, take advantage of the situation.
We
when you
double
need to take too
screenshotted.
many
Yeah,
screenshots.
that's okay. Hey, thank you for the follow. I'm gonna assume that's a default name and that your true name is something else, to be revealed later.
But either way, thank you for the follow, Mocha. If you are not one of our regular friends from the Discord, who is finally following us on the stream for our first stream, welcome. If you would like to get involved, just jump on our website, which is linked slightly higher than you in the chat at casualarms.net. And from there you can see the friend codes for our hosts. And once you get those, you just send a friend request to either myself or Literary, who are hosting this event. And we will accept your request as soon as we can and get you in. All you have to do is join the lobby at that point.
It's impossible to keep up with him sometimes. Well, he said that his style is outboxing, so he's very good at waiting for the right moment. I am not that kind of person. I get very impatient at times. Alright, that was interesting. Don't mind the clackety keyboards, we're also trying to keep up with our text chat and Discord as well, since most of our event discussion usually happens there.
Oh, Coco stressing out in our Discord chat.
Oh
Don't stress too hard. We're all getting our butt kicked out here.
no! We may in fact have secret plans for Mario Maker events. I don't know who was listening. But
Beats
it
me.
is. out for the homie rush.
It's gonna be a problem if he rushes right now.
I was just letting you know about it.
And that whiff. Thank goodness.
And I knocked him down, so it's fine.
And we'll bring it down to 1. That should do the job. Well, if you can hear us, good luck.
I don't know, was a pretty slippery Lola, so...
Oh, he definitely is. That's why I wished him luck and didn't just apologize. Hey, GM Tom. Welcome to the group of people following this wonderful stream that we have not named yet. No, I'm glad you could make it over here on the Mixer stream.
For anyone who doesn't know, that is in fact the Game Master Tom, who is kicking butt in this lobby as a min-min.
It is indeed. Buster is the Buster who was here a moment ago, although it seems he left.
Hopped in and out. But these events are all come and go as you please. If you're not feeling it, no reason to stay.
Yep, as long as you see the winner screen at the end of any given lobby, all of your points count for our leaderboards. Hey, it's all good, LeFleur. LeFleur in our Discord chat does not have a Mixer account, but is here watching and listening. Do something about that, but there's not a darn thing I can do about it. Not have the kind of reaction time necessary at this range.
Ah, dang it.
And that's gonna be me.
I tried, sorry.
Don't apologize. They're not all winnable. That one wasn't.
I love Springman's scream when he gets grabbed. And he's just like, ah! It's just a very genuine sound of surprise.
Pretty much everyone who's in here right now knows their way around this game. There's no one in this lobby who's a slouch right now. We don't really have any new players here at the moment. This is mostly old crowd who's been here playing for hundreds of hours each. So it's
except for me, my play hours are weirdly frozen at 490 and haven't moved for several weeks, and I don't know why. Though apparently it's a known glitch on the Switch. Occasionally your play hours just get funky.
That was a good catch from Commander from Coco there. I'm still learning how to use Lola's mid-air bouncing shield.
Yeah, Lola's bounce is very much one of those things that if you time it right, it's great, and if you don't, it's just inconvenient.
Ah, that would be unfortunate. That was a mistake, and actually not what I intended to input at all. We'll make the best out of this stuff. And that'll finish it off.
Sneaky grab cancel. Because if you throw out a grab and then you rush, it'll retract your grab.
Oh, well played, Coco. It's good to see you remembering to use your rush. Oh, I look forward when we get a little bit more used to this streaming thing and our play settles back down again.
Yeah, it's still very new, and I'm also like, should I be talking while you're playing? I don't know.
Yes, you
I
should.
should
That
be
way I can
talking?
focus on playing.
Oh, okay. That'll actually help you?
Probably. Who knows? I've never streamed before, have you?
I mean, we did last week for the first time as a test. No, I didn't hit that so much as Rise appeared in front of my ringer.
Rise just be like that sometimes. Not quite sure what all happened there. I think that was 2 grabs.
Oh, that's a home rush on me.
And that's a Rise on the floor.
And here we are again. Heads up, I am in comeback kid mode.
Oh, I am well aware. There we go.
I'm not great at using
But yes, to Lefleur, who is, I believe, watching the chat, but does not have a Mixer account. Mixer is a less popular streaming platform right now, but they are really starting to put in the work lately. And we figured it would be a good place to start for a number of reasons. For one, their chat response time tends to be a little bit faster than anywhere else. And for two, we're actually findable on Mixer, whereas in Twitch we would kind of get buried right away.
Yeah, Mixer is the streaming platform owned by Microsoft. It used to be called Beam. Its primary thing is the faster than light chat.
Oh, and I have no idea what PewDiePie is using.
Yeah, I'm not
I have
hip
never
and or with
followed
it.
anything about PewDiePie.
I wish I understood what was happening right now.
You are taught at the end of the line is what's happening. That's a grab.
Oh,
Doing your
I
rush.
paid attention.
That's going to be an explosion.
Oh, I've received
And it looks like we have a friend request, so we're going to have to bail and go accept that in a moment here.
That is one of the problems of ARMS lobbies, is you cannot open home menu. And that is about the only thing I see wrong with ARMS lobbies as far as other online games go. Oh, to respond to LaFleur in Discord chat, I don't think this is that site. This is a different project than that.
But we are going to have to back out so that we can accept this new friend request. And I don't know why you took a screenshot of that, but you sure did.
Coins, because normally we grab the coins between when we leave.
We're going to be going back into the same lobby, though, so everyone there
okay.
will see us again.
I meant we grab our coins before we leave, so we know how many we missed.
Yep, it was 10. Got it covered. And we're just going to jump right back in there. Whoever that was, I accepted your friend request, so you should be good to go to join in.
I want a different glove. Maybe I'll try this thing, I guess.
Springman!
And another friend request means we have to back out again momentarily.
Because I had 2 over there.
I'll just go ahead and accept both of them while we're
Okay,
here.
that's Lockhart again.
Ah, Lockhart. Good to see Lockhart's back here again.
Yeah, as you can see, whenever we get a friend request, our host will just hop out of the lobby and go at it and jump back in. I'm hesitant about this Ram, but
That's how I've always felt with Ram.
I've never really figured out how to use them properly, I feel. The boomerangs I got, the manders I got, and the rams, I just don't understand how they work. But there are 2 new friends. And this is you and Buster.
It sure is. Alright, Buster, let's get in there. I don't know if you're in the chat anymore, but I know
I'm
you're
sure
next
he's
to
around.
me.
He tends to lurk.
Hey, not everybody's super talkative, and that's okay. Everyone can talk at their own pace. All is good.
Lockhart rocking Mechanica that she was rocking last night.
And not too shabby of a Mechanica either.
So we have several ARMS events. This is the only one we're going to be streaming to start. But we do have a Tuesday, a Thursday, and also a Sunday event that we do the same thing where we have a 2-hour slot and we all play ARMS. We run different lobby themes. So it's a little more customized than the party mode that you can access normally through the main menu of the game. Oh, the floor's telling me to commentate. I was doing commentating on Sunday. I was trying that. It was stressful. But Lockhart's at a hard place here. Got a grab on the Cobra, though.
Oh, and it'll land, yeah.
The Mechanica's
There you
grab
go.
is a little difficult to stop because unless you have a charged arm or grab her in return, which can be tricky considering that she jumps before she does her grab animation. Oh, don't worry about it, Buster. You're fine. Besides, Rash's got your back here. You'll be fine.
Oh, I got you covered, dude.
Yeah.
It's all good. You're
Got a-
putting up a good fight against
Got
GM
a
Tom.
parasol up against these light arms. It should be good. The parasol, because it's got that wide angle on it, is really good for knocking down those light arms. Just pushing right through them. Good widespread umbrella to block all of the little pellets coming at you. Not with a rush, though. But Rashiko's got more than enough health to pull that one out. You've been saved, Buster.
We got you covered, man.
2v2s are about both players, and your teammate can save you and carry you. Because if you fall, that is what a teammate is for. To carry you home.
And we're starting to fill up here nicely. That's
There we
very
go.
good to see. What do we got here? We got 5, 6, 7, I think 9 people in the lobby right now.
That's 9 out of 10. That's a pretty good ratio. Alright, let's use this ram thing. Oh no, Rise has a T-bird. I've heard about min-mins with T-birds. They're
Well, don't worry, it's on
dangerous.
the wrong arm. You'll be
I don't know
fine.
how to hit with this ram, but...
Just throw it. It either lands or it doesn't. Once it leaves your
nice.
hands, you're good to go.
Grenades are supposed to be the trick against Springmans. Or explosive arms in general, because I can deflect some. Jeez, that nade is enormous. It's terrible. I wish I could hit with this thing. This ram, it just whiffs every time.
That's why I don't use them.
I'll want to get it off after this match. Take that. I know one thing about Rams, and that the rushes hit.
The rush hits. The normal attacks might just whiff constantly, but the rush lands.
Yeah, this needs to get off of my body
Yeah,
immediately.
we'll go ahead and do that for you here real quick. There's
I
a lot of
just
different
don't
ways to
know.
pick arms, and a lot of people love different ones. But once you get outside your wheelhouse on them, everything goes a little awkward.
It's true.
You're very excused, Rise. It's fine. I forgive you for putting it on the wrong arm.
Oh, we've got Jake in here too.
Hey, we sure do.
Oh no, it looks like they've been vanquished by the headlock. That is one of the fun things in the arms lobbies. You can see a little progress of the other matches going on. So
Hey,
it has-
Coco's won a fair few of these.
Whoever is lobby host.
Feel free to just keep it rolling, whoever has host of the lobby. There you go. We had to give that up when we switched out to accept the new friend requests.
But thankfully everybody here knows the drill, so...
So, Mr. Circuit, I don't believe we've met before. You look to be one of our new friends, not just using an alternate name. I haven't seen you in the chat anywhere yet, but if you are watching this stream, welcome to the party. It's good to see you here. Always nice to have another new friend enjoying the game.
Yeah, they might be, I'm assuming, because
It could be Garrett. Very well could be.
Yeah, that's their Discord name, and they seem to be responding, so...
Ooh, did not get far enough away from that, but that's fine.
Grab in there while I can. Oh, good, the mummy stopped that.
Oh,
Oh no, the hammer's whipped.
I'm not sure what knocked him down there. to
I
be
think
honest.
because we all rushed at the same time, so I think it was from whatever the mummy was rushing from. I can't quite see from my camera.
A mummy was rushing with a mega and a bird. It looked like to me, at least. Parasol, that's what the other one is.
Yeah, because
Parasol
that could
does
throw 'em up
interact
in the air,
poorly
yeah.
with friends sometimes, so I suppose it shouldn't be too surprising that that worked it out. My rushes are just off target. So.
It should be close.
Oh yeah, there's no danger of losing that one there. It just didn't go as smooth as it could.
Thank you for the sparks, Mocha.
Look at that gigantic GG badge.
Well, they get stickers that they can spend sparks on.
That's nice.
Yeah, that is one of the other cool things we liked about Mixer is as you watch streams, you earn sparks as a currency, and you can use those sparks to like post gifts and little stickers and stuff, and that supports the streamer that you're watching.
Well, hello, Macho. How you doing there? Not quite sure what that's supposed to read, but good to see another name in the chat regardless. Oh, that
Dang it, I
did not
threw it
expect
a
that to
little
land.
too
Okay.
early. I was hoping they would both fail to notice the bomb behind them.
I got caught by the edge of that rush, unfortunately.
God dang.
That's
You'll
fine.
save me. Yay. Good save. I should be careful about dashing into your dragons.
Anytime you hear us typing, we are probably typing in our Discord chat. Not everybody there has access to the audio-visual that you do.
Yeah, and I don't want to count on everybody listening to the stream. Though it would be great if they did.
As nice as that would be, not always an option.
Yeah, I know that feeling, Buster.
Buster raises a great point there, yep. That's always a sucky feeling.
You were the last one on your team. I got grabbed.
There's nothing to be done about that.
Yeah. Ah, well, that one was delivered right to me.
Yep, worked out. Sometimes it just works out nice. A little bit of patience. Oh,
sorry, knocked
that's
him out
a
of your
shame.
rush there.
It's all good though.
I
Damage
was
is damage.
concerned because he was coming at me.
Not sure how that beam whiffed, but it sure did.
But you have health advantage for now?
No, I don't. I cannot respond to that kind of speed, unfortunately. Jeez, that's a fast chilla.
Yeah, you almost have to punch before he punches.
No, you absolutely have to punch before he punches, and that's gonna be... Yeah, nothing I can do about that. Ah, well, it is what it is. But sometimes that's just how it goes.
I should sit a little further up and stop punching at my headphone cord. I keep feeling it, like, jostling.
See, that's why I go wireless.
Maybe I should invest in wireless headphones. Would that work? Could we do 2 of them?
Yeah.
But they wouldn't, like, interfere?
No, that would work just fine.
Maybe we'll look into that then. And I almost forgot what arms I was using. I was using Chilla's last round, and I felt like I was ready to punch with gloves, and then these hammers just came out.
Every once in a while, you just get on autopilot.
Yeah. It's really weird if you switch characters, especially the more unique movement pattern. We are making some quick work of this headlock here. Not solid blocks like this.
When you get a headlock with 2 to 3 players who really know their way around a headlock, it's a pretty easy round. You get to kind of take a step back, breathe, and relax for a moment, which is always nice.
Spread out, just punch occasionally.
Nope.
It's cool, getting a nice rhythm.
Don't have to think too much when you're in that scenario.
I'm still not satisfied with these arms, but I don't know what else to use. Springman's weird because he's so average, which is good in some ways and underwhelming in others.
That's a pretty straightforward win there.
dragon beams are not affected by Intel's smoke.
They are not. That's correct.
You didn't realize that? I guess dragons are the exception to a lot of arms like that. Since they also kind of...
I was hoping that would connect.
They don't bounce back with flatbacks either. They're weird arms. It's fun, but weird arms.
That puts us 1 for 1 on the 1v1s, Coco. You took me out pretty good last time. I'm sure you'll get another one on me, though.
Realized your chat isn't scrolling down. Ah.
Oh!
There we go.
I see. I am just way back on chat.
There you go.
Well, that's good to know.
Alright, I don't have a good thing for Mechanica, but...
For those in the Discord chat that I've been apparently talking to and not realize you were talking back, the chat on our main display decided it didn't need to actually scroll.
Thank you. You can take this from the mag. I would appreciate it.
I'm taking a little bit of everything right now.
I'm glad you rushed because that saved me from the grab. Tether yank got really interesting on that one. Just trying to see if I can sneak around the outside. Cool Ranger. Not quite.
Yep, most of the people here, to speak to the Discord chat, most of the people here used to be not as good at the game as they are now. But everyone here stuck around, kept playing, and got a whole heck of a lot better. So to those of you who are here who are somewhat fresh to the game and not playing so well, give it some time and you'll get right up there with the rest of everybody who's here. Kokovet being a prime example of that right now, saying in our Discord chat that she used to lose just a lot of the matches, just rather persistently when she first got here. I think that might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but definitely took some rougher matches back then. And she has gotten way better at her play since sticking around, kind of just working through it, getting to enjoy the community, and getting some play hours in. That's all it really takes.
I remember when Kokovet first showed up on the server, and she was playing with him. Did not know how to charge arms. Now she's amazing. This Helix headlock is really weird. Like, he's got a bunch of shock arms, he's got all these Seekies happening. Shock crazy missiles, I just don't want any of it. He's just firing meatballs and blueburn everywhere, and it's just weird. It's just a weird guy. How dare you grab my friend? Gonna rush waiting for him. There we go.
There you go, you
The
caught him with
hammers are
half of
usually
it.
good at getting puddle Helix. Helix doesn't get a lot of back and forth.
Hey, I think I see Marie in the chat too.
So, according to LaFleur in the Discord chat, a question for Rashiko. Lit has said that the firearms was in reference to her arms being on fire. How do you handle the second degree burns being next to her?
Well, you see, it really helps that I'm immune to fire.
You have an ooh. I'm sure that's Marie.
I strongly suspect that is Marie, also known as Bees, also known as pick up that seagull and run.
This is you.
It sure is. Well, let's see. Let's just pull out some dragons and see what Lockhart can do with this. Lockhart is one of our newer members to the server.
They just joined last night, in fact, for our Title Tuesday event.
That's correct.
Just aimed at our Pacific Time crowd or any of our late night folks. So most people are not brave enough to run Double Dragon, but Rashiko is not one of those people.
I am definitely one of the people who will run Double Dragon against any opponent that I don't think is going to get right up in my face 24/7 for the entire match.
And it can do a pretty good job of making sure that you can't advance at all. As somebody who has fought this many times. Several of them yesterday.
Apologies, Lockhart. I kind of got into the groove on the stream there.
He just wanted to showcase the highlights of Double Dragon play. Make sure, don't come anywhere near me, stay over there, get on the ground, be on fire.
Yeah, basically. Hello, Owen in numbers.
Welcome to the stream!
I don't know if we know you yet, friend, but welcome to the stream. It's always good to see a new name in here. If you'd like to be involved in our event and haven't gotten there yet, feel free to head over to our website that hopefully someone will throw into the chat for you because I don't have access to the
Actually,
keyboard for that
I
one.
can right now.
Whoever does have host, feel free to just hit start and roll it into the next one.
Oh, there they go.
Thank you much.
I would guess it's GM Tom, because he was there first.
It's probably GM
Yeah,
Tom,
I'm sure he's just making sure we have enough time to grab the screenshot.
which is much appreciated. Well, good luck out there. We've got 2 newer players and 2 old and experienced veterans for the
I feel
server.
like I might just... Well, that's interesting. Good thing I have curve hammers. Even though the funniest thing in the world is when a hammer punches me in the face just like this.
Lynn's going to have to watch out, or Lockhart is going to get demolished on the side, unfortunately.
I was certainly trying. Oh, there was a bomb there. I knew
There
it was.
sure was.
Well, I felt like I was doing something. I wasn't paying enough attention to my teammate. He was getting wrecked. Yeah, this isn't going to go very well.
No, no, it's
I don't
not.
have a firearm that could handle that enemy. And I can't hit GM Tom to save my life, so... Oh, so this is ARMS, if you don't know, Owen. It is a game from Nintendo Switch. It is a fighting game. We have Spring Arms. And it's basically boxing at long range. Could I
So-
switch arms, please?
Yes, you can. ARMS is a beautiful distillation of fighting game mechanics. So, most fighting games you might know have their really complicated inputs for combos or very technical, high-paced inputs for follow-ups on things. Smash Bros. Took the controls and got them nice and simple to where it's just kind of a, you have a directional input and a button, and that does your attack. ARMS boils it down even further. You have very, very limited movement options in this game. Usually a character will have a specific trait for some unique movement options that no one else has. But the only actual attacks in this game, for the most part, is punch with right hand, or punch with left hand.
Or grab.
Or grab. So, all of the variety in gameplay that comes out of this is from how you use the very, very basic mechanics of the game. And the depth is actually just something that flows out of what the players themselves are doing as they work their way through the game, rather than the mechanics, which allows it to be really, really accessible for new players to kind of pick it up, and once you get past the half hour to an hour of learning point, you know how to play the game.
There's a bit of complexity as far as the different arm types. So you have a bunch of your straight arms, you have different arm weights that are much like different attack weights in other fighting games. You have arms that come from different angles, so if you watch these giant hammers that Rashiko is using, he can fire them straight or he can send them on a curve. It kind of works like a hook, kind of a punch.
And yes, as LaFleur was saying, competitive play, one of the things that I really love about ARMS at the high-end play, some games, the high-end play is about how many inputs you can do, how quickly, how quick your reaction time is, how well you've really mastered your combos and follow-ups. But in ARMS, at the higher end of play, it is all about mind games, getting your opponent to do something that you want them to do, and being able to kind of expect what they're going to do and punish it. So it really flows into... Oh, sorry. It really flows into the mechanics nicely, because it's just, you learn the mechanics, and then you implement them based on your strategies. And the mechanics are super, super simple. Not like dive kick simple for anyone familiar with that game.
No,
but
that
simple.
was an experiment in just how simple they could be.
Oh,
Come
that's
on, I was hoping I punched that. I guess not.
Apologies if I get a little bit rambly when I am trying to focus
Yeah,
on two things at once.
difficult.
I lose a little bit of the structure on my sentences.
Okay, one down.
I dash right back into that one.
There, and finish with the hammer. Thank you for the well wishes, Owen. Do you happen to have a Switch, or are you just browsing around and saw an interesting game?
And Lit's in the next round, so I'll take over,
You get to talk again.
keeping you all engaged with the voice here.
Oh no, Rams. So I can't use Rams, but I get hit by Rams. That's just what happens. But I see lockjaws. We shall see.
But if you happen to have access to a Switch, I recommend this game for pretty much anyone who is interested in playing a fighting game, but has always felt like they didn't really like the complex inputs or the communities around them, because admittedly some of those fighting game communities are really bad to interact with. The ARMS community solves both of those problems. The game itself is really easy to pick up. The community is pretty welcoming everywhere that they are on Discord.
Yeah, they're easy to kill me.
This person here, whose name is Woo, is actually a member of our server and a member of our competitive ARMS team. I am fairly certain this is Marie.
Considering she joined right after being like, oh, it's Corners Day.
Yeah,
This is the
yeah.
kind of play that Marie thrives off of, and not the kind that I thrive off of.
You do not have a Switch. Well, hopefully you can at least enjoy watching the game. We're going to do our best to keep the gameplay going on this. Every week we'll be here at about this time. So if you enjoy watching it and you like to be involved in the conversation, we are at least the type of streamer who will talk straight back to you.
I like how we are one entity as a streamer.
We're
hey,
the type of
LaFleur
stream.
finally got an account. Welcome to the Mixer
Star
chat.
Gazelle, I like that. That somehow seems somewhat fitting for you, LaFleur.
Yeah, the randomized names are always an adventure on Mixer, which you can change them, of course.
The real question is whether you'll change your username to match your normal one, or whether you will change from Lafleur to Star Gazelle.
Just become a star gazelle. It's in the stars.
Oh, there we go.
No.
Hey,
There we go.
much.
Resolve
Good teamwork.
that
Good
have
teamwork.
chaos.
Ab. Oh, that's gonna be tricky.
Oh, I still had rush. I didn't realize mine was still going. Boxing fights with Buster are always so intense. Oh, jeez. Thanks.
Here, go over on the other
Thanks
side.
for parasoling me in the back there. That was cool.
I was setting you up for the flank. That's all it was.
Oh, is that what was happening?
Yep,
Okay.
that's exactly what it was.
Okay, so I am on the right side of your screen, and I'm playing a character called Springman. He's kind of the main face of ARMS. He's just kind of your generic jock type. And Rashiko, who is on the left, is playing a character named Lola Pop. And she's a candy clown, and she has interesting mechanics around block.
Yeah, so most characters, they can dash to the side, they can jump, they can block, and they can walk at a normal pace. Lola Pop's shtick is when she is blocking, if she dashes or jumps, she makes a really big dash to the side or a really high jump into the air, and she can also waddle forward while she's blocking.
Which no other character can move in block.
Yep. So that gives Lola Pop some interesting movement options. I don't normally play Lola Pop, so I don't know how to take advantage of them very well, which is something I'm feeling. But you got to play new characters and learn your way around them. It helps not just for being able to have more options, but also being able to know what other people are trying to do to you when they're using those characters.
Yeah, whereas Springman is kind of the Mario of the cast. He's got average stats all around, and his only real abilities are he gets this little blue swooshy that if I time it right will deflect incoming punches, and when I'm below quarter health, my arms will always receive their elemental charge. So all of the weapons in this game have an elemental affiliation. So these ones happen to have stun. So if I charge up my arms like this, then they will do a brief stun effect, which is that yellow crack that you spotted that.
That's the short way to say it. Springman gets motivated. At the end of his health, when he gets into the last bar of his health there on the meter, Springman gets constant charge on his abilities, and I believe goes a little bit faster. Does he
I
get a
don't
little
think
bit
so.
faster?
I think it's just a
It's
visual
just the
to
constant charge,
demonstrate
okay.
the charge that he gets from Comeback Kid. I forget what the ability is actually called. It might just be Comeback or something, but
Yeah, I don't remember offhand, unfortunately. I wish I did.
ah, dang.
Ah, he got up too high. Ah, that's a grab. That got stopped.
Oh, okay. And I got grabbed again. That was weird.
Oh my, where did all of your health go, Lit?
Oh, you know. Places. Try blast mostly.
And that's a grab. That's oh, it landed!
I stopped him, but I'm almost dead, so be careful. I may be in Comeback Kid mode.
Oh
but
no, that's another grab.
I couldn't hit him that time. But it made the rush with, so there's that. Ah, accept that. Oh, stop with the crabbies.
Oh,
Oh
that was
no!
unfortunate.
You were my only hope!
I was looking in the wrong direction on that one.
No, I've never heard of Stampy. I don't believe you have ever heard of
I
Stampy.
have heard Stampy. I've seen it in text somewhere, but I have no idea what it is. I am assuming that is probably a streamer or internet personality of some variety.
Yeah, we are not hip and or with it. We don't know a lot of other people.
Oh no, we're both super old and have no idea what's going on.
Is this you versus Headlock?
That's not entirely true. I'm old. Lit is not old.
I mean, I'm relatively old compared to, I feel like, the average video game player demographic.
I mean, maybe, but I'm at least like 4 times your age. I'm not.
I mean,
your
it's true.
age.
You're like 7,000 years old, approximately. Rash is always full of vigor. He's still burning off energy from the 90s.
Hey, the 90s had a lot of energy. There was an energy about the 90s. I don't know what kind of energy it was, but it was an energy.
Denim energy.
Denim energy.
Ah, he's a YouTuber. Okay. Does he play any Nintendo games? Or just curious why you brought him up.
Oh no, no, Burning Man is not my kind of scene. You will not catch me at a concert. You will barely catch me at a movie. I am.
By the way, everybody DM runs the perspective Pikachu with me. Don't actually do that, but.
No, I get really bad headaches after particularly loud events. So if I get stuck at a concert or loud theaters, it's a rough rest of the night for me. I wind up getting home feeling like I got pummeled by several boxers at once.
Just like now.
Goodbye, Marie.
Alright, let's see if I can't toaster Coolerang this. Oh, he's not going clapbacks. I was expecting him to go clapbacks. Alright. Ah, I was expecting the grab. I should have.
I do have my Adrian right beside me. You know, there's something very funny about seeing a Master Mummy frozen and just hopping as violently as he possibly can.
Angry man. Ah, I tried to rush.
Oh, and I just now saw that one of our moderators changed his username.
Hey.
Yeah. I'm assuming that is Rise in the,
Yeah,
in
I
the
think
Discord
that's-
chat.
his avatar is his cat.
Hey, no, true story. There were people in the 90s who would wear jeans with a jean jacket on over a denim vest. That is a real thing that real people have worn. 3 denim items the whole way, top to bottom. And boy, did it look silly then.
But it was fashionable. It's different.
You know what? Fashion often looks silly
No, I'm just gonna
from
go.
the outside observer's
I'm
perspective.
gonna go classic spring with the double toasted. That is his default arms.
Hey, when Mummy is not frozen, he has a surprising amount of giddy up. One
Yeah,
thing
you
that
just gotta
people
know when to
often
move with it.
underestimate is Mummy's ability to jump.
Air mummy, they call it.
Air Mummy is real and frightening. When you see a Mummy who is not afraid to leave the
Oh,
crowd,
I tried to grab him. Rise grabbed me from the back.
that's fine, Rise got hit for it.
Yes, Garrett over here knows how to use those mummy grabs because he is the most high damage grab in the game.
That'll do.
Alright, wow, that was quite a rush.
To be fair, Dendi is one of the only, what, like, 2 or 3 people at the higher end of play who are still playing Mummy right now. I used to play Mummy a long time
Back
ago.
in the day.
I still have some liking for Mummy. I wouldn't mind going back to him and playing him again some more, but it's been a long time since I played much Mummy. Yes, my first character that I really played much of was Mummy.
Well,
Master
version
Mummy.
1 was Helix, but version 2 was Mummy.
Yes. I played a lot of Helix when we first picked up the game, but Master Mummy is the first character I ever actually got decent with.
Back in the days of Biffler Blorb Mummy.
Yeah, I ran Mummy with Clapback Biffler Blorb for quite a while. Oh, what's this? A bot removed something in the chat? I didn't know we had a bot in this chat.
Oh, there's an automatic bot that does that. But I'm not sure why. I'll just restore that, because that was fine.
There we go. Sorry about your message getting deleted there, Owen.
Yeah, I don't
didn't
know
realize
all
we
of-
had a filter that picked that.
Oh, thank you for saving me.
You are quite welcome.
That was interesting. Got me.
Oh, that was reckless of me. Well, Coco got some bonus health from that juice in the middle. Let's see if you can take advantage of it.
We are in the clown zone. I happen to know. Cocovet does not like this stage.
Cocovent does not like the clown
Not the
zone.
clown zone.
Yeah, Rush City indeed. Jeez. Yeah, and that would be Cocovet in the chat, disguised as a real cylinder. Now this, I'm not sure who this is. Welcome to the lobby, Mariki. If you are in the mixer and hearing our audio, feel free to correct me on how I said that. But I don't believe I recognize your name. It is good to have another name in here, but I'm sure one of us added you as a friend at some
I was
point.
gonna say, they must be a friend of a friend, so... Perhaps a new friend along with Lockhart. Because it sounded like Lockhart was inviting several people to jump in. So... Yeah, we get a lot of new names through here, time and time again. But here they are as a Cobra main, so... Maybe not a main, but they're playing Cobra.
They sure are. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is going to be a rough pairing for what I've got here.
This is one of the smaller stages in ARMS, so having a 2v2 can be a little tricky. Even with that short tether. Buster's a fan of Cobra, so I imagine I know where his leanings are falling on this one.
Well, nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. And that is not where I thought that camera was going to go.
Strange. Yeah, you can focus your camera on...
And Lockhart is not going to be able to save me from that,
Also,
unfortunately.
no, I disagree. The tether is one of the coolest parts out of 2 games. It forces you to pay attention to your teammate and save them, like so. 2v2 requires a different set of skills than some of your other modes, because you do have to pay attention to the person on your side. You can still listen to audio cues for grabs and stuff, which is a great way to save them. And being able to sync your movement with your teammate is also important, to be aware of all the participants in the match.
Not everybody likes the tether.
But I love it.
It's fair.
And I will defend it.
I still say the strongest point of the tether is one of what would be a crippling limitation in 2v2. Without the tether, it would be very difficult, for one, to tell who your teammate is at quick glance, and number two, to change your camera targets appropriately if there were free movement. The tether allows for teammates to kind of be stuck on the same side of the fight as one another. And the worst moments in 2v2 for camera tracking is the moment when you kind of cross the lines and you have an enemy between you and your teammate. Because it becomes very difficult very quickly to figure out who you need to be looking at that point.
Yeah, it's always a danger when you cross the streams, especially if you happen to have somebody on the opposite team that's playing the same character as your teammate.
Especially if they're the same
Especially
color.
if they're the same skin, yeah.
But to answer your question, Owen, we don't have terribly many games from the Switch on a personal level, but our Casual Arms events will support not only ARMS, but also Splatoon and Smash Ultimate at the moment. We have several weekly events for all three of those franchises. We only stream for ARMS. This is the only event we stream for at the moment. But outside of those three, Literary and I also play Diablo 3 on the Switch. And outside of the Switch, we play a lot of board and card games that most people tend not to be terribly familiar with if they're not in that scene. I am actually working on designing my own tabletop RPG. So for those of you who have played games like Dungeons and Dragons, there are various other games in there that I'm blanking on because I'm in the middle of a stream.
Yeah, but D&D's the big one nowadays.
D&D is the big one still.
And always has been one of the big ones.
Pathfinder has gotten a lot more popular, so some people might recognize that. Anything from White Wolf Publishing. But those kinds of tabletop pen and paper games have been a long history of my gaming career.
Ah, must have grabbed me.
Yeah, nothing I can do about that except damage Mr. Circuit.
Oh, he grabbed me. I hope you're rushing him.
I am.
Me. I'm still in the ground, sorry.
You know what? That's just fine.
Ooh, that's a nice cobra dash buster. Right out of my grab there. He puts up a good fight always. Hey, B-Movie, thanks for stopping by. You did good, Buster. I was really impressed. Not that B-Movie. Monster B-movies. You know, the kind that are Rashiko's favorite.
I do have a soft spot in my heart for B-grade sci-fi movies. I won't say they are the best kind of movies out there, but boy, if you come to them expecting them to be a B-movie, they can be a fun ride.
If they know they're cheesy, there's got to be a certain self-awareness about them, but
Oh, absolutely.
still a genuine nature to them. Like, they have to know that they're cheesy and be okay with it.
Like for anyone who had watched, what's one of the...
Frankenfish?
Not... Frankenfish
Bermuda
is...
Tentacle?
Bermuda Tentacle is the peak of garbage B-movies that happen to be fun to watch. Oh, it's a dogfish!
It's a corgi mermaid.
What is this dogfish? A corgi mermaid? Is that what that is?
Yeah, thanks for the Sparks B-movie.
That was adorable.
A lot of the Mixer stickers, you should check them out sometime. They're really cute.
He just swam across
Yeah.
the chat. Oh, that was so cute.
They used to have one that was like a ghost whale pod, and it was like these spooky, glowing whale skeletons that would swim across.
That's a little less cute.
I like it.
But you know, I unironically appreciate at least two things about the Star Wars prequels.
Also,
Which
yes,
is more than
to
some
answer your
people.
question, Owen, we have played Minecraft. We go through little spurts of playing Minecraft, but we are currently between spurts on Minecraft.
We are, yes. We used to be I suppose we still are a part of a Minecraft server run by a streamer friend of ours, but we haven't booted that one up in quite a while now.
Well, the streamer in question has been on hiatus, so...
Yeah, so it's
supposed
been
keep
tough to
pressure
really
on Tom,
engage.
right? That's what he doesn't like.
Yes, Tom does not like pressure. The more you
Neither do
pressure
I,
him,
though! So
the-
stressful.
the more riled he gets.
Oh, and he's so nimble.
Oh,
and I
I
couldn't
sworn
intercept
those were
that,
going to
yeah.
interact with each
I
other.
thought they would. I also tried to weave that around the heavy block, which did not. Oh no, this is going south very quickly.
Yeah, your rush did not land, which is going to be bad when his does. Oh!
I did it!
Good
I
job.
made it! Oh, but now I'm
Wow.
gonna die. Alright, that's fine. I will try my best. Which, knowing Tom is not going to be enough. Oh, wait.
Oh, that bomb
I was
got a
hoping
little
the
too
bomb
close.
would bounce that way.
Yeah.
And it didn't. It bounced towards me.
But for anyone who loves their bad sci-fi movies and hasn't seen Bermuda Tentacle, highly recommend Bermuda Tentacle.
Oh, by the way, Mariki is just Marie again. But
Yeah, I
less-
figured
less
that out
woo.
halfway through.
I didn't spot it.
See, Sharknado, I will contend, is very, very overrated and is actually not that great of a B movie. Sharknado, the first one, did a decent job of being what it was,
This is
but
you
as
in
soon
Hemlock.
as you put that kind of, you start putting bigger names into them, you start putting more effort into them, you start kind of losing the charm of what a really good B movie is. I was not a big fan of the Sharknado series. I think the Sharknado series tried too hard.
What was that monster one that you watched? Monster with an exclamation point?
Yeah, it was
That
just
was
called
it.
Monster
Yeah.
with an exclamation point. I believe it was from the late 80s. It was a made-for-TV movie about a man who is a doctor going back to bail his aging grandpa out of jail.
And his grandpa was a monster movie director. And as you meet him, and there are things going down in the small town that the grandfather lives, and it turns out that the monster movies he was making were based on real events. And he is the only one that remembers them. But it's a very genre-savvy, fun film, because they're all kind of checking the tropes and being like, but this monster's weak to acid or whatever. So they have to try something else. It's a fun ride.
And you have such amusing moments as the old man just speaking old monster movie tropes and being, called crazy for it all, and getting to the end of the movie, you have that beautiful moment where the monster has been slain, and then, but wait, and there's just a very well played thing that I won't spoil that everyone who has ever watched an old cheesy monster movie knows really,
You are
really well.
alone in this headlock.
I am
right
alone
now.
in this headlock right now. That is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to save that rush, but I was talking and bumped the wrong button. That's unfortunate.
I was hoping to get your attention so that way you didn't.
Well, I was talking.
It's okay. No, it's fine.
Yes, that's a good way of putting it, Rise. Sharknado is a B movie for people who don't actually like B movies. I'm very sorry, Coco. I was in the middle of talking and lost my focus on that headlock match, or I should have had it for you. That is entirely my fault. I
Also,
apologize.
if anyone in the chat can confirm if Buster's gift worked, I was watching the screen of the gameplay and not noticing. For people who don't like B movies, they can watch other movies like Detective Pikachu.
Oh,
I hear
don't.
that that's a good
Don't.
movie.
Just get in there and win this match.
Ah! Man, my fights with Buster are always so intense. They're my favorite.
sure did.
I didn't think it would.
That moment when you throw out a grab, give up halfway through, and then get surprised. Ooh, down to one opponent. Keep your teammate alive.
Distract him, Kokobet. Oh no. Get him!
Punish!
Get him!
Punish!
Hey, cool. Hey, thanks for the sparks of floor. I see you also figured out how to change your name. It's a little hype sandwich.
It is a hype sandwich. One might say it is sub-hype.
Oh.
Ah,
Oh, that's what that is.
That's what
oh,
that is,
man.
yeah.
All of them are so cheesy.
They're charmingly cheesy,
No, I
though,
love
which is
them.
nice.
I love them. They're great.
I don't think we can get subs yet right now, though.
No, we are way too early.
Yeah, you have to
But eventually-
get into their partner program before
Yeah.
you can actually get subs.
Well, the more you watch Buster, the more you'll rack up over time. So that is the really cool thing, is you can do Sparks without having to pay any money at all. You just watch streams, and the more you watch, the more Sparks you get.
Yep.
Which
One
we
of the
thought
many
was-
things that drew us to Mixer.
Yeah. And we just wait for this last match to wrap up here. You see the timer ticking down around that circle on the outside.
I really do love the ARMS lobby system. Not only can you see like the HP bars and the timer for ongoing matches, not only can you have multiple matches ongoing at a time, but you can be excited and bounce in the lobby with everybody else
I
who's
love it.
there.
There's this one, but that's angry. I don't like using that one.
Yeah, that one feels angry to me.
But this one, it's like, yay, we're hyped. This one, if you have a bad match, you know, but mostly you do this. You alternate, and then we bounce.
Looks like Marie is taking off to go get some sleep. Nope, that's
Rise.
Rise. I was wondering about that. It's a little early for Marie.
I know it's understandable with...
Both of you are using non-standard names and non-standard avatars, so it took me a second there.
They both got meme names. We got Pick Up That Seagull and Run and Denim Energy, as quoted from us earlier. Ooh, Blorb Clapback. I wonder if he's going to go with something akin to your secret old set.
I hope so. I've used that.
Yeah, back in the day.
That clapback is not going to do him any good, though. You cannot deflect anything about these dragons.
No, dragons are a unique one in that regard. The clapback just doesn't care. The clapback will still block them, but the dragon beam will not reflect. So for
I
those
apologize,
who don't know,
Sirket. This is going to be a rough round, friend.
yeah, back in the day, Rashiko used to play a mummy with clapback Blorb and Biffler. Blorb and Biffler are the two blind arms in the game, so they will do kind of they cover your screen with a blue goo effect. So it's not completely covered, but it's mostly obscured. Hey, we are old. I'm allowed to say back in the day. And given the pace of modern gaming, like 2 years ago was kind of back in the day. I mean, since involvement in ARMS, I have occasionally mistyped ARMS. Like when using a normal word with ARMS in it, I capitalize it anyway, and then I'm like, wait, I'm talking about actual limbs attached to my shoulders. Don't grab my friend. Grab you. Oh, our friend is the weak one. That's rough no 9 or way around the block, especially if he's level 6.
We will avenge you, Garrett. For anyone wondering why I called him Garrett, that's his username in Discord.
I was.
There we go. We have avenged our fallen friend.
Don't be spreading lies about when the Nintendo Switch was made. That ain't cool.
Fun fact, I used to own a Virtual Boy. That is your trivia tidbit of the day.
Oh, you weren't gonna share the fun trivia? There's more fun trivia about the Virtual Boy.
There is more
and
fun
Rashiko's
trivia about the
experience
Virtual
with
Boy.
it.
And since I'm not playing, I'll tell you a story about the Virtual Boy. So the Virtual Boy, and you'll see it sometimes on more modern consoles, like to talk about how you should take breaks while playing every once in a while and, get away from the screen, maybe go look outside. But the Virtual Boy was adamant about that in the rule books. The console didn't remind you, but the rule books told you that you really, really needed to. Yes, the Wii being the biggest offender of that. But when the Virtual Boy said it, the Virtual Boy meant it. If you do not take breaks when you are playing Virtual Boy for an extended period of time, you lose the ability to see the color red. That's a real thing, and it lasts far longer than you might think. So if you sit down and play the Virtual Boy for, say, 2 hours, 3 hours, which is a fairly normal gaming sequence that some of us may remember, the rest of the world will look blue for the entire day. Like, that's just the whole day, the entire world will be blue. Like, you put on a pair of blue tinted glasses. And I went through, well, a good several months of just not being able to see the color red. Not like constantly, I didn't just game so hard in one session that I lost it for several months. It always wears off by the end of the day, but holy cow, if you just kept playing it every day, as soon as you stopped, gave it up for a week or so, it was just fun to realize how many more colors there were in the world. I'd say that's why I wear glasses now, but I was wearing glasses then too. The great part about the Virtual Boy was you could take your glasses off if you were nearsighted because the screen was 2 inches from your eyes.
Which he also does when he plays Splatoon in handheld mode.
Yep. Very true.
Lesson learned, kids. Take breaks when you play video games.
Especially if
ones...
they're red wireframe on a black background. Sorry to interrupt you there.
Oh, no, that's fine. We've got a exciting 2v2 happening now.
Oh, wait,
sorry.
this is Marie.
Yes. Yes, our Marie.
Yes, I know that Marie.
Changed her name again. Oh, that was...
Ah, okay.
Oh, sorry, I must
Oh,
change my
it's
camera.
all good.
We are in the hot pocket.
And I got dragged into my own dragons. Do not like the update they made to that tether.
Oh, dang it. This wasn't gonna stop. Okay, well, one down. I am also close to down, as are you, but...
But we'll make it work.
Maybe 2 on
It's
1
all
we
good.
can do it.
2 on 1 is a very strong advantage state. That'll deal a heck of a lot of damage. There it is. Oof. Yes, the Labo VR is a very different experience. It is.
It has all of the colors, so...
Yep. And the Virtual Boy actually had a production model, to my understanding, that was of a much higher quality, but they wound up getting rushed and had to go with an earlier build for it because they couldn't quite get it down to the right price point for production in order to get the sale value that they wanted. Or not the sale value, but the sale point. They didn't want consumers to have to pay too much for it.
Mixer is very particular about its rules in regards to age, so I would recommend not talking about age in the chat.
Lit knows her way around the Mixer rules way better than I do, so... If someone could type !stream into the Discord chat for our friend there, that would be much appreciated.
There's an imposter here.
Thank you, Cocovet. Yes, I'm actually trying to watch chat while playing. No, it doesn't always work. Ah! There we go.
God.
Oh, that's gonna sting. Oh, that stung.
Dang it. Oh, I'm still alive. Okay.
You are still
I'm
alive.
still alive.
Made it work.
Time is not. Okay.
Yep.
I wasn't sure what happened there.
I got your back.
Sometimes you just hold block and feel afraid.
Whew. Okay, that was an experience.
Yes, you can talk about the age of the Switch, Buster. And how ARMS is almost at its 2nd birthday.
It is! That's very exciting. ARMS is almost at its 2nd birthday. We're a little over a year old with this experiment of casual
Yeah, Casual
ARMS.
ARMS is about a year and a half old.
Year and a half or
We
so.
started it in December 2017 as a Discord community, and it has grown since then. We are finally streaming, which is exciting. Something we haven't been able to do until recently when we decided to bite the bullet and buy a capture card. Get ourselves out there.
Well, there were some things going on in the ARMS community, and there wasn't enough representation in the ARMS scene anymore, so we figured, hey, we've been giving a bunch of events for the ARMS scene, let's push it a step further and bring out a stream for it. I'm glad we could be educational. Look at us being wholesome after-school content.
To say we can provide all kinds of fun facts, ARMS related and otherwise. I suspect that our friend is AFK, probably because he asked for the link to the stream.
Yep,
And-
probably.
Okay, there he is.
Oh, he is back now. Okay. Thank you, Jake, for recognizing that when I didn't notice and backing off a little
Oh,
bit
Jake's
for our
here.
friend.
That's the spring man with you.
Yeah.
I should have noticed that earlier, but I just didn't. Oh yeah, we've got all kinds of casual ARMS lore. Our secret first stream had some of our previous online community lore. I sound like a mature baby. What the heck, dude?
I suppose a mature baby is an adult.
I suppose that's true.
That's kind of how that process works.
I would agree, Buster. Tom is pretty brutal today. Well, he used to rock that hammer way back when, and he brought it back, and it can be pretty devastating. I think you when you just... Sometimes there's something very intimidating about a Loala who can inflate and be blocking and then just roll up to your opponent. Now we have Buster to help us against this headlock.
Ah, headlock.
It's just a nice little break usually.
It is, but I need to pay enough attention to not just
Yeah.
not notice that I'm the only one left.
Now, there are some headlock characters that I just want to freeze. It's like AI B&B has some crazy movement.
I'm not sure I quite decipher what it is that was said in chat there. I would love to respond with a more articulate response, but I'm not quite sure what you're saying.
People got a little muddled there. Thanks for the sparks, LaFleur, and the pizza.
Pizza.
There's a pineapple pizza, but it's more expensive.
Was that really a thing on here?
They have a lot of cute stickers.
And no worries, Garrett, who happened to be on a different tab, and I'm not sure if can hear my chat.
I'm just gonna bounce in the lobby here. Rashiko types in the Discord chat. Buster's gonna bounce with me. Oh, Piper's here. I didn't even see Piper get here.
Oh, hey, neither did I.
Piper is also very fun to play with. He's a really good ninja. And a fellow motion player like we are. Oh, that's cool. We actually have Xbox coverage. Yeah, that is one of the cool things about Mixer is it gets a feed right into the Xbox. So.
Yeah, we might not have an Xbox to play on, but I'm glad you can make use of it and see some good Nintendo content.
Oh, there it is. There's the Blorb Flatback.
Blorb Clapblack. Ah, that's a set I know. On Mummy. Ooh, that brings back memories. Oh, that's a crap.
Oh, sorry. I was
That's
a
all
little
good.
focused on our friend.
Oh, I did not anticipate that rush very well.
Oh, thanks for knocking me out of mine. That's cool.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Alright. I probably would have gotten punished by Giovanni a second later anyway.
Oh, that's a crap.
Got it. Uh-oh.
Stick. Not too bad.
At least
Okay,
I stopped the second wave. Like, just keep
That'll
blocking.
do the job.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, the tether's it's got a motivator for you to pay attention to your teammates, such that when your teammate gets grabbed, you take 100 damage if you don't stop it. Which I know
And it's
some people
also-
find very brutal, but I find it to be a good motivator to pay attention.
It's a great motivator, and it's also a great tool. If you manage to sync up well with your teammate, the ability to apply pressure by blocking is really, really high in a 2v2. If you put up your defenses, the opponent that you're staring at has two options. They can go for the grab, which they know they'll get punished for. Oh, sorry, to answer the question real quick. My name is Rashiko,
And I am literary.
and we run Casual Arms and the stream here. But where I was going with that, if you put up your block in a 2v2, your opponent has to decide to either deal with your block, which can only really be answered by grabbing the opponent if they're going to be stubborn and hold the block the whole way. If they grab you, your teammate can quickly respond and punish them for it. Their only other option is to look away and go, ah, well, that person stopped fighting, I can go attack their teammate while they're not participating. But if you do that, you can see the moment that opponent changes their camera and looks away, you can take advantage of it. So 2v2 has a really interesting relationship with blocks that the normal game flow doesn't quite have in the same way. That's...
So for a little bit more explanation than that, the camera in ARMS works kind of like a Z-targeting system from other 3D games. So you will focus on your opponent and it will snap to center on the person that you're focusing on. And Terra Tri-Blast is pretty brutal.
Yeah, it's definitely feeling rough sometimes here.
I'll put the Cocoa Bets down, so that's one. I'm just gonna do the slippery ninja. Ninjara can be tricky happens sometimes because his block makes him teleport in a random direction. Why are you
That's a very interesting thing that happens when you try and punch with a rush post timer while
Oh,
blocking.
that's what was happening. I was like, why did you just watch me? You were supposed to save me.
Hey, basically.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a pretty accurate description of our ages right
I'm
there.
reborn every day. I knew.
The question is what way to go about dating ourselves. Ooh, that's a tricky one.
I remember a time before Pokemon. I feel like that means me.
Time before Pokemon,
Yeah.
time before the internet. I remember a time before home computers.
Yeah, I remember getting our first computer.
Yeah.
I remember logging on to the internet. Oh, I just ate.
We already had dinner. Just put it down. Next time, just say no.
Sorry. It just looks so spicy and delicious.
I do like me some nice spicy food. That's fine.
Just notice Jake, because I have the default spring, he has the McDonald's spring.
Is it the McDonald's spring or the Germany spring?
I suppose it could be either. It always felt McDonald's to me.
Oh,
Hey, thanks for the gift, B-movie. Wish we could, like, replay them.
Is there a way to replay a
don't
GIF?
know.
Can you
Think
click
so.
it and just see it again? Oh my.
Lost chat, hold on. Well, it's
Well,
up
it
there
lost
still.
chat, but at least
fine.
it's still on the main display. You know, I'm not too big on most of the 80s music that people tend to talk about. I'm more of a smooth jazz, classical music sort of guy, so I like stuff that's a little bit slower, potentially more muted. That's my usual music preferences. So there is plenty of that came out in the 80s, plenty of it that came out in the 1980s, the 1880s, the 1780s. Not for jazz, obviously, but I'm the guy who would
I am already in the
go to the Renaissance Festival and sit down and listen to some really authentic old music. Also the guy who is not offering much help here this match.
No, I'm having a real hard time with these books.
Well, that's going to be pretty much the end of that one.
Yeah, GM Tom is known for using these arms with really quick retraction time. So you can keep attacking right away. Normally with arms, when you launch it, you have to wait for it to come back before you can attack with it again. But some of them have a quicker retraction time than others.
I will say, Buster hits on one of the other categories of music that I can appreciate. Video game music and some anime music is just so unapologetically over the top that I can really appreciate them for setting the mood in certain times. For when I go on long trips and move out of range of my normal radio stations, I have a live orchestra rendition of the Super Smash Bros. Melee soundtrack, and I just put that on loop and listen to it, and it's
The arms, though,
It's
depending on
great
the
time.
fine.
yeah, I love that one. It's not a thing that necessarily everybody has, so it's kind of a unique thing to be able to listen to. I'm sure the audio files for that are findable nowadays, but back then it used to be an exclusive thing that you could only get from a corgi on a piano. That's no, from Nintendo Power giveaways, actually, is where I got it. Yeah, Nintendo power.
Ah,
There
take
you
that,
go.
Piper, my poorly timed rush that I definitely meant to delay like that.
I had a subscription to Nintendo Power. I had
That dates you.
several hundred issues of Nintendo Power in the basement. I don't have them anymore, but I did once upon a time.
It's Piper always so intense.
It's been so long since we got a good fight with Piper.
He's a really cool dude. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Ah! The grab! No, I was not expecting the grab. Still alive though. Oh, and we both whiffed the rushes! Ah! I don't. Oh, he's got health lead, dang. Just gonna go compliment him in Discord chat because I don't know if he knows that he was on stream today.
It looks like we are drawing to the end of our event here. We've got about 10 minutes left on this, which is about how long it'll take to finish the last of this lobby. All of our arms events run for 2 hours. All of our non-arms events run for an hour each, and that is a high-definition Crash Bandicoot.
That is excellent. I love it.
I'm still not used to seeing Crash Bandicoot without sharp angles everywhere. That is so weird to me. Oh, thank you, Buster, for sharing that Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, from the side. Thank you, I appreciate your backup. Go
No
over
problem.
there.
I in fact gave you my back to punch.
Yeah, nothing I can do but hit there, unfortunately.
Because I would look at your screen to see if you're faring well with the bomb, and then I get grabbed by Piper.
Yeah, no, just look at your own screen. I'll be fine. Or I won't be. You know, as it happens. Ah, I did not get the...
Oh, come on!
Oh, you got it!
Oh, I knocked him out, but I got grabbed in the
Yeah,
process.
that didn't work too well.
Oh, good, that was a lot.
Nope, that was me taking care of Lockhart there. Really, really hoping that my teammate had Piper under control.
I got it. It's cool.
Yes, we can. I'm pretty sure that's Buster. Yeah, that would be Buster. We will track your 9 coins that were lost due to the internet. Got you covered. 9 for you and 10 for us.
Probably, try to actually get Piper here, because, there we go. I was like, he's doing some work here against this 2v1. Got a handful of people who lost a bit of coins from internet issues, but that's okay, we track everything. It's cool. Oh, I think you're referring to the Sonic movie, is what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
that is
sorry,
what
I was
Stargazelle
staring
was
at
talking
Need
about.
for Speed Crash Bandicoot the movie, and I was just floored as to what it could possibly be.
I mean, it's the Need for Speed Crash Bandicoot movie. I don't understand what's so confusing about that.
I have a lot of questions about the Sonic movie. Like, I saw Detective Pikachu, the trailers for it, and I was like, that looks like it's going to be great. That knows what it is. It's a cheesy Pokemon movie, and that looks like it's going to be a fun ride. So I hope it is. We'll see it. But the Sonic one, like, I just have questions. The Sonic, traditionally in his canon, like, is not from Earth. He's from a different planet. And, like, he's got this weird vibe in that trailer. He's got this lightning thing going on, which is pretty weird. Sonic franchise. I just don't get it. It just looks weird. Obviously, his uncanny appearance is worth commenting on. But everybody knows about
almost stole someone's rush KO, and that would have been really bad.
Hey, sometimes it's fun to get the grab finish for headlock, though.
It is, but someone was landing that
Oh
rush.
yeah, Jim Carrey will absolutely carry that movie, in fact.
Oh. Nah, that one wasn't a winner.
Well, I was gonna say the words anyway, and then I realized it was a pun, so I just kind of had to run with it.
Yeah, you took it and you just kind of picked it up halfway through, and it didn't get quite the delivery it needed.
GM Tom's right. Sega's lack of involvement with the Sonic movie kind of is hurting it, I think, because you can see it doesn't have the same like love put into it.
I mean, have we really had a good video game movie since the first Street Fighter movie?
Mortal Kombat.
All right, there you go. I think the Mortal Kombat movie came out first.
Did it? Okay.
I think it
I don't know,
predates the
but
Street Fighter movie.
legit though, there was something to be said for the Mortal Kombat movie because the actor that played the main role in that was hesitant to go to the auditions because normally they cast Asian actors as just like a throwaway, but he got to be the main character, and that was really cool and exciting. Interesting camera swing. I'll eat that charge off.
Oh, I thought I had that landed. I tried to get in front of that thing good, but that's all I could do.
Oh, I'm in comeback good mode, so hopefully that.
Oh, that's a grab.
Oh, I tried to sneak it. Thank you for protecting me while I rushed.
Say the same to you. Thought I had rush.
Oh, just barely. Jeez, I was so afraid.
Oh my goodness. That one was down to the wire.
There was a Ratchet and Clank movie?
I did not know
I
Ratchet
didn't know
and
there
Clank
was
got
one.
a movie. Okay, it came out the same year. There we go. The year that all video game movies were good.
Coco Ventures. I was screaming. Alright, but I think that puts us at the end of our event. Since it is 7:58, do we want to run another quick one?
That is definitely the end of our event.
Now we're
And
losing
everyone
people,
is
so-
bailing because they know it is the end of the event. So we will just dip back out of there.
Well, to everyone in our community who played, thanks for playing. For everybody who tuned into the stream, thanks for watching.
It was good to have you all. We will be keeping these rolling every Wednesday to the best of our ability. We are from the United States. We are both Michigan natives, born and raised. Any further than that, and you'll have to get to know us a whole lot better, though. But like we said, these streams are going to keep on going. Every week you can catch us at about this time, streaming exactly this game with different game modes every time, probably. Our Wildcard Wednesday event was the first event we had that cycled the game theme every single time, and we're going to keep that going. But we are shutting down now because we have some post-event processing to do and the rest of our night to cycle into here. Hope you all enjoyed your stay with us, and we will see you again next time. Take care, friends.